Hello class 6, how are you all? So we had been studying chapter number 3. The name of chapter 3 is fiber to fabric. So last time we studied the types of fiber and we also studied definition and we had seen the examples related to fiber, and I gave you extra information about silk and wool. So today in today's class we will see a natural fiber. The name of natural fiber is cotton. Yes, the name of natural fiber is cotton. So before we start, we will revise all the things whatever we studied, like silk. We studied about silk. Yes, you remember silk. We get silk from silkworm. Yes, silkworm is not a worm, it is animal, small animal. So silkworm give us silk from its cocoon. Yes, wool we get from sheep, as you know. So all these are fiber, and fibers are very useful to make fabric. Yes, fibers are very useful to make fabric. So we get two kind of fiber, natural fiber and synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber are also known as man-made fiber. Natural fiber and synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber are also known as man-made fiber. Yes. So let's see the type. Let's revise again the definition, types of fiber. Then we will begin the topic. Let's move on the next point. Okay kids, as you can see on the screen, I had shown you this picture last time. Let's revise again. Types of fiber. There are two types of fiber. Yes, there are two types of fiber. Natural fiber and man-made fiber. Yes, natural fiber and man-made fiber. So natural fiber, we get natural fiber from plant, animal and mineral. Yes, so we get natural fiber from plant, animal and mineral, or you can say we get natural fiber from vegetable, animal and mineral. Okay, so natural fiber get from plant, animal and mineral. Which are the plant fiber? Cotton, linen, kapok, jute, hemp. As you can see on the screen, please look on the screen. Cotton, linen, kapok, jute, hemp. If you had not attend last class, then please write down. So natural fiber we get from plant, animal and mineral, which are the plant fiber, or you can say vegetable fiber. Cotton, linen, kapok, jute, hemp. Yes, cotton, linen, kapok, jute and hemp. Yes. And which are the animal fiber? As you can see on the screen, animal fiber are silk and wool. Yes, animal fibers are silk and wool. And the name of mineral fiber is asbestos. And man-made fiber, as you can see, regenerated cellulose, synthetics, acetate cellulose. You will study man-made fiber in 7th class and 8th class. You will study in detail. Okay, man-made fiber are regenerated cellulose, synthetic acetate cellulose. Which are the regenerated cellulose fiber? Nitro cellulose rayon, Viscose rayon. Yes, nitrocellulose rayon, viscose rayon. And which are the synthetic fiber? Synthetic man-made, polyester, nylon, acrylic, and acetate cellulose, nylon. All these are man-made fiber. Okay. So we have already revised it. Again, I showed you. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. As you can see on the screen, types of fiber. Yes. You know that there are two types of fiber: natural fiber and man-made fiber. Yes. Now let's see the definition again. Okay. Let's see the definition again. Natural fiber. The fibers which are obtained from plant and animals are called natural fiber. Yes. Dear kids, the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fiber. If you did not attend last class, then please write down the fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fiber. Yes. The examples of natural fiber are cotton, jute, silk, wool. Yes. Cotton, jute, silk, and wool. These are natural fibers. The fibers which are obtained from plants and animals are called natural fiber, and we also get natural fiber from minerals. Yes, we also get natural fiber from mineral. For example, asbestos. Yes, few moment ago I showed you. Okay, now let's talk about man-made fiber. Let's talk about man-made fiber. The fibers that are synthesized in laboratory. Yes, synthesized means prepared. Synthesized means prepared. The fiber that are synthesized, the fibers that are prepared in lab. Yes, these fibers are chemical fiber. Yes, they are made from chemicals. They are made from chemicals. Man-made fibers are made from chemicals. These are synthesized, means these are prepared in laboratory. The fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called man-made fiber. Yes, the fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called man-made fiber. Examples: nylon, acrylic, terylene, terrycotton, polyester. Yes, your mother knows about nylon, polyester. Ask to your mother. The fibers that are synthesized in laboratory are called man-made fiber: nylon, acrylic, polyester, terylene. Okay, but in your book nothing is given about man-made fiber, so we will not study man-made fiber. We will study only about natural fiber. Okay, let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. So I have written few points. As you can see on the screen, I have written few points. Okay, so let's revise one by one all the points. Okay, let's revise one by one all the points. Point number 1: cotton and jute are obtained from plants. Yes, cotton and jute are obtained from plants. Yes, we get cotton and jute from plants. We get cotton and jute from plants. Yes, cotton. We get cotton from cotton plants. Point number 2. Point number 2. We get cotton from cotton plants. Point number 3. Jute. We get jute from jute plant. Yes, we get jute. J-U-T-E, jute. We get jute from jute plant. We get jute from jute plant. Yes. Point number 4. Wool and silk are obtained from animals. Yes, wool and silk are obtained from animals. All these are natural fibers. All these are natural fiber. Don't forget, wool and silk are obtained from animals. Yes, wool and silk are obtained from animals. Point number 5. We get wool from sheep, goat, camels, rabbits, and yak. Yes, we get wool from goat, sheep, camels, rabbits, and yak. Yes, we get wool from rat, bit, sheep, goat, yak, camel. Last point. Silk. We get silk from the cocoon of silkworm. Yes. We get silk from cocoon of silkworm. Cocoon is in white color. This is like spherical in shape. Okay. So, silk. We get silk from the cocoon of silkworm. Okay. Again, let's revise it. Cotton and jute are obtained from plants. Point number 1, cotton and jute are obtained from plants. Point number 2, we get cotton from cotton plants. Point number 3, we get jute from jute plants. Point number 4, wool and silk are obtained from animals. Point number 5, we get wool from sheep, goat, camels, rabbits and yak. And last point, silk, we get silk from the cocoon of silk. Okay, please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. Okay, now let's move on the next point. Okay, kids, let's see a new word, that is strand. S-T-R-A-N-D. What is strand? What is the meaning of this word? S-T-R-A-N-D. Only 6 letters in this word, but it is very confusing word. Yes, strand. So what is the meaning of strand? Take a yarn. As you can see, yarn. Can you see the picture of yarn? Blue violet color. Yes. Can you see the picture of yarn in blue color? Strand. Take a yarn and try to split the yarn into thinner yarn. Try to split the yarn into thinner yarn. As you can see, when you split, when you will pull out thinner yarn from this yarn, you can see the picture of blue yarn, you can see the picture of blue yarn. Try to pull out thinner yarn from this yarn, thinner yarn, more thinnest yarn, you can easily pull out. Yes, these thinner yarn are known as strands. Yes, so you can see the picture of strand. So when you pull out small yarn from a single yarn, these thinner yarn are called strand, and these thinner yarn makes fiber. Yes. Take a simple yarn from your cloth. Okay. Take a simple yarn from your cloth. Pull out yarn from your cloth. And try to split it. Means try to pull out, try to take out another yarn from this same yarn. You will see that very small yarn are coming out from a single yarn. These smaller, thinner yarn are called strand. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay, kids, let's begin. First topic. Today's first topic is cotton. We will study about cotton. So, as you know that we get cotton from cotton plant. Yes, we get cotton fiber from cotton plant. Yes, we get cotton fiber, or you can say cotton, from cotton plant. Yes. So you can see the picture of cotton fiber. Can you see the picture of cotton fiber? Yes. So what is the color of it? The color of cotton is, you can see, white. Yes, it's looking white. Yes. Cotton is soft. Yes, it is very soft. White and fluffy. Yes, it is very fluffy, soft. Yes, it is very soft, fluffy. Yes, even it is more soft and fluffy, more than our skin. Yes, it is more softer than skin. So it is soft, white and fluffy. Yes. Now the question is, Where do we grow it? Where do we grow it? In which state cotton fibers are grown? In which states cotton fibers are grown? As you can see on the screen, cotton is grown in Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, MP. MP means Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. Yes, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Yes. So, in these states, cotton is grown. Cotton is soft, fluffy, soft, white, and fluffy. Cotton is grown in Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, MP, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. Yes. Please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. Please write down. So, point number one is cotton is soft, white, and fluffy. Cotton is soft, white, and fluffy. Cotton is soft, white, and fluffy. Point number 2, cotton is grown in Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, MP, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu. Yes, cotton is grown in Rajasthan, Punjab, Haryana, MP, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, as well as, okay, cotton is grown in Punjab, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Haryana, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Now I will show you two maps. You will tell me the map of which state are these maps. Okay. You no need to draw the diagram of map. This is just for extra information. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on the next point. Okay, kids. Now look the picture of map. Look the picture of map. Can you tell me the map of which state is it? Yes. Look the first map, which is looking so colorful and bright in color. In left side, yes, your left side. In your left side, which is the map in your left side? Can you tell me the name of this map? Can you tell me the name of this map? Yes. Which is this map? This is the map of which state? Can you tell me? Yes, this is the map of Haryana state. Yes. Haryana state. And in Haryana, cotton is grown. Yes, cotton is grown in Haryana. And second map in right side. Can you tell me in right side? In right corner, can you tell me which is this map? Yes, this is the map of Punjab state. Yes, Punjab state. Yes. So these are two maps. First is Haryana state map. Second is Punjab state map. And cotton is grown in Haryana and Punjab. Yes, cotton is grown in Haryana and Punjab. Try to remember, memorize the map of Haryana and Punjab. Okay, and cotton is grown in Haryana and Punjab, as well as Rajasthan, MP, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Kerala, all these states, okay, in which cotton is grown. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. So kids, you know that cotton is grown in Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, MP, Madhya Pradesh, okay, and cotton is soft, white, and fluffy. Cotton is soft, white, and fluffy. Now let's see next point. What kind of soil does cotton need? What kind of soil? Cotton need black soil. Yes. Remember, cotton need black soil. Yes, cotton need black soil. And what kind of climate is the requirement of cotton soil? Cotton. Warm climate is the main requirement of cotton. Warm climate, yes. Cotton requires black soil and warm climate. Cotton needs black soil and warm climate, yes. Cotton needs black soil and warm climate. Okay. When cotton and we get cotton fiber from the seed of cotton plant. Yes, we get cotton fiber from the seed of cotton plant, which is grown 1 to 2 meter in tall. Yes, 1 to 2 meter tall. Please write down. Please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. So, point number 1, cotton need black soil. Point number 2, cotton need warm climate. Cotton need black soil. Cotton need warm climate. Point number 3, cotton fiber we get from the seed of cotton plant, which grows 1 to 2 meter tall. Yes, cotton fiber is obtained from the seed of cotton plant, which grows 1 to 2 meter tall. Yes. Okay. So we can say it grows. Cotton plant is grow 1 to 2 meter tall. The height of cotton plant is 1 to 2 meter. The height of cotton plant is 1 to 2 meter. And cotton plant give us cotton fiber. Cotton plant give us cotton fiber. And these fiber we get from the seed of cotton. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, next point. So what is the size of fruit of cotton? Yes, the fruit of cotton is called cotton ball. The fruit of cotton is called cotton ball, and the size of cotton ball is just like lemon. Yes, the lemon size and cotton ball size is same. Okay, you can see in the picture, first picture, can you see in green color? Can you see in green color? That is cotton ball. In green color, that is cotton ball, and its size is just like lemon size. Okay, equal to lemon, and this is the fruit of cotton plant. This is the fruit of cotton plant. Yes, cotton ball is the fruit of cotton plant. Yes, cotton ball is the fruit of cotton plant. Now, when cotton ball gets matured, then it bursts open. Yes, after maturing cotton ball, it bursts open. You can see in the picture bursting of matured cotton ball. You can see in the picture bursting of matured cotton ball. When cotton ball is matured, then it bursts open. When it bursts open, that time you can see the seed covering seed with cotton fiber. You can see seeds are covered with cotton fiber. You can see seeds with cotton fiber. You can see seeds are covered with cotton fiber. Yes, seeds are covered with cotton fiber. Seeds are covered with cotton fiber. You can see in the picture. Yes, can you see seeds with cotton fiber? Can you see? Yes. So when cotton ball is the fruit of cotton plant. When it bursts open, when it get matured, then it bursts open. That time you can clearly see seeds are covered with cotton fiber. Means you can see cotton in white color. You cannot see in the picture on the screen. You cannot see the seed. Actually, seeds are inside the cotton fiber. So you can. So when it matured, then seeds covered with cotton fiber, and you can see the whole field, the complete field. It looks as if covered with snow. Yes, the cotton field, when cotton ball matured, that time you can see cotton fiber, seeds are inside the cotton fiber. You can see it looks like snow. Yes, cotton field looks as if covered with snow. Yes, cotton field looks as if covered with snow. Yes. Okay. So then what do we do? Because seeds are present in cotton fiber. Seeds are present in cotton fiber. Then how to separate it? Now the question is how to separate cotton fiber, because seeds are also present in cotton fiber. Because seeds are also present in cotton fiber, then how to separate it? This is done by a process. What is the name of this process? This is done by a process. What is the name of this process? Let's move on the next point. Okay kids, so as I said that seeds are present in cotton fiber. Yes, seeds are present in cotton fiber. Then how to separate it? First of all, the cotton is take out from the cotton plant. First of all, what do? We detach it. We detach the cotton from cotton plant. Usually it is picked by hand. So from cotton ball, cotton is usually picked by hand. From cotton ball, cotton is picked by hand. Then how to separate it? Because as I said that seeds are present in cotton fiber. Seeds are present in cotton fiber. So both are separated by a tool which is called combing. Yes, cotton fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing. Cotton fibers are then separated from seeds using a tool which is called combing. You can see a boy is separating using a combing tool. He is separating seeds and cotton fiber. This process is called ginning. Yes, ginning was traditionally done by hand. These days machines are also used for ginning. Yes, in old time ginning is done by hand using a tool called combing. Nowadays ginning is done using a machine which is called comber machine. As you can see on the screen, the picture of comber machine. Yes, so first of all, point number 1, first of all we take out, we pick cotton, we pick the cotton from the cotton plant by hand. Because in cotton seeds are present, in cotton fiber seeds are present. So we separate both. We separate seeds and cotton fiber using a tool which is called combing. This is called ginning. This process is called ginning. Nowadays ginning is done using machine. Okay, please write down whatever written on the board. Please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. Okay kids, so from cotton ball, cotton is usually picked by hand. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing. This process is called ginning of cotton. Ginning was traditionally done by hand. These days machines are used for ginning. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the next point. So kids, now you know that seeds are separated from cotton fiber. This process is called ginning. I have written the definition of ginning on the screen. As you can see, in simple word I have written the process of separating fiber. Which fiber? Cotton fiber. Yes, the process of separating fiber. Which fiber? Cotton fiber. The process of separating fibers from seed is called ginning. The process of separating fibers from seed is called ginning. The process of separating fibers from seed. Yes, if you are separating fibers from seed, if you are separating both seed one side, cotton fiber one side, so this process is called ginning. Okay, then in this way we get cotton fiber. Now what is the use of cotton fiber? These cotton fibers are converted into yarn. These fibers are converted into yarn by a process. Which process? Spinning. Yes, we will see spinning process. Okay, wait for few seconds. Please wait for few seconds. So by ginning process we get fiber. By ginning process we get fiber. Then what do we do with fiber? What do we do with fiber? What do we do with fiber? We convert the fiber into yarns. We convert the fibers into yarn. We convert the fibers into yarn. What is yarn? Yarn is a thin thread like fiber. Yes, yarn is a thin thread like substance. So we convert the fiber into yarn. Then what do we do with yarn? What do we do with yarn? Yarn are used for making clothes. Yarn are used for making fabrics. Then we use yarn to make clothes. We use yarn to make clothes. This by a process which is called weaving. We will study weaving in next class. Okay. So you no need to know about weaving right now. Okay. So first of all we do ginning. We do ginning. Ginning is a process of separating fiber from seed. Then what do we do with fiber? Point number 2. We do spinning process. By spinning process, fibers are converted into yarn. And what do we do with yarn? Point number 3. What do we do with yarn? Yarns are used for making fabric. Yes. Please write down. I am giving you 10 seconds. Okay kids, so what is ginning? The process of separating cotton fiber from seed is called ginning, and fibers are converted into yarn by spinning process. Yarns are used for making fabric. I hope you understood. Okay. Now let's move on the next point. Okay kids, next topic is spinning. So what is spinning? Because as I told that we separate seeds and fiber. This process is called ginning. The process of separating seeds and fiber, the process of separating fibers and seeds is called ginning. After ginning we do spinning. So what is spinning? The process of making yarn from fiber. is called spinning. Yes. The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. Means we convert fibers into yarn. Yes, we convert fibers into yarn. You can see a picture. Can you see a picture of a machine? Yes. This machine is used to convert fiber into yarn. Yes. This machine is used to make yarn from fiber. This machine is used to make yarn from fiber. Yes. So what is spinning? The process of making yarn from fiber is called spinning. I am giving you 10 seconds. Please write down the definition. Okay kids, so what is ginning and what is spinning? Ginning is a process of separating fibers from seed. And what is spinning? The process of making yarn from fiber. After separating fiber by ginning process, fibers by ginning process, we make yarn from fiber. This process is called spinning. For spinning we use machine. You can see the picture of machine. Now let's study more about spinning process. Okay kids, as you can see on the screen, you can see the picture of Mahatma Gandhi. Can you see the picture of Mahatma Gandhi? Yes. So what is Mahatma Gandhi is doing? What is Mahatma Gandhi using? Mahatma Gandhi is using charkha. Yes, Mahatma Gandhi is using charkha. Yes. So, charkha. Yes. Charkha is also used to make yarn from fiber. Charkha is also used for spinning process. Charkha is also used for spinning process. Yes, Mahatma Gandhi used charkha to make yarn from fibers. To make yarn from fiber. Charkha was popularized. Charkha was popularized during the independence movement. Yes. So charkha was popularized by Mahatma Gandhi as a part of the independence movement. Okay. Look the second picture. What is this? This is called takli. Yes. This is called takli. Yes. Takli. Takli. So takli is also used for spinning process. Takli is also used for spinning process. Yes. Takli is used to convert, to make yarn from fiber. Takli is used to make yarn from fiber. Yes. So charkha is used by Mahatma Gandhi. Charkha was used by Mahatma Gandhi. Charkha was used by Mahatma Gandhi. Right now we also use takli. Right now we use takli. Right now, nowadays we use takli. Takli is used to change fiber into yarn. So charkha is used for spinning process and takli is also used for spinning process. I hope you understood. Now let's move on the last point. Okay kids, it's time to ask you question. Question number one. Define spinning and ginning. Yes, define spinning and ginning. So what is ginning? What is ginning? The process of separating fibers from seed is called ginning. The process of separating fibers from seed is called ginning. Yes, the process of separating fibers from seed is called ginning, and this is done by using a device which is called combing. Yes, this is done by using a device which is called combing. Yes. So, but right now, nowadays we use machine. Nowadays we use machine. The name of machine is comber machine. The name of machine is comber machine. Comber machine, this is not given in your book. Okay. Only combing is given in your book. Okay. So, at first what do we do? From cotton ball, cotton is usually picked by hand. Yes, from cotton ball, cotton is picked by hand. From cotton ball, cotton is picked by hand. Fibers are then separated from the seeds. Fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing. This process is called ginning. And what is spinning? The process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. The process of making yarn from fibers is called spinning. The process of making yarn from fiber. The process of making yarn from fiber. Yes, we change fibers into yarn. We convert cotton fibers into yarn, into cotton yarn. We convert cotton fibers into cotton yarn by a process which is called spinning. And you know which device do we use for spinning? We use charkha and takli. Yes, we use charkha and takli for spinning process. Mahatma Gandhi used charkha and takli. Nowadays we all use takli. Okay. And charkha was popularized by Mahatma Gandhi during the movement. Okay. Next question number 2. What kind of climate and soil needs for cotton plants? What kind of climate and soil need for cotton plants? Yes, the climate need for cotton plant should be warm. Yes, warm climate is the main requirement. And what kind of soil? Yes, black soil. black soil need for cotton plants. Yes, black soil need for cotton plants. Question number 3. Question number 3. In which states cotton plants are grown? In which states cotton plants are grown? Yes, cotton plants are grown in many states. Try to remember, try to recall. I showed you many states. Yes, we know that cotton is soft, white, and fluffy. Yes, cotton is soft and white and fluffy. Cotton is grown in Punjab. Cotton is grown in Punjab. Cotton is grown in Rajasthan. Cotton is grown in Rajasthan. Cotton is grown in Haryana. Cotton is grown in Haryana. Cotton is grown in MP, Madhya Pradesh. Cotton is grown in MP. Cotton is grown in Gujarat. Cotton is grown in Gujarat. Cotton is grown in Tamil Nadu. Cotton is grown in Tamil Nadu as well as Maharashtra, Kerala. So, cotton is grown in many states. Cotton is grown in many states. Cotton is soft, white, and fluffy. To grow the cotton, need warm climate and black soil. And cotton is grown in Punjab, Rajasthan, Haryana, MP, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu. I hope you understood. Now we'll meet in next class. In next class, we will study about jute. Okay. Till then, goodbye.